Hello everyone, myself Jaya Agarwal, Assistant Professor Political Science from SPCGC Ajmer. This is paper 5th of MA final. Name of the paper is Political Analysis and Research Methodology. In this video, we will discuss about the approach. The name is behavioralism, and so let's start. Behavioralism is known as revolution in our discipline that changed the goals, nature, subject, etc. thoroughly. It was the reason behind the differences between traditional and modern approach of political science. It is also considered a new or modern approach to the study of political science started in USA in the 20th century after the end of World War II. It was in fact a protest movement within political science against the achievements of traditional study of political science, and in simple words, it emphasizes scientific, objective, and value free study of political phenomena, particularly the behavior of the individuals, that is, political behavior. Here comes the characteristics of behavioralism as given by David Easton. David Easton, who was founder of this approach, that is behavioralism. So, 8 characteristics are there. First one is regularities. So the behavioralists hold the opinion that human behavior, despite its differences, shows some remarkable uniformities in political behavior, which can be generalized or formulated in a systematic theory. This is called as regularities. That's mean, despite this fact that human behavior or all the persons behave differently, but there are some common characteristics or common features or some aspects or common aspects of their behavior which can be identified, and that can be regularized, and generalization is possible in our subject. Second one is verification. The behavioralists do not accept anything as granted like the traditionalists. They do not believe in the abstract political theory. Rather, they verify and test everything. Anything which cannot be verified or tested can be termed only as dogmatic and not scientific. They believe in empirical or scientific results only, which can be achieved after scientific verification. So the second one is verification, and next one is techniques. The behavioralists emphasize the adoption of correct techniques for acquiring and uh, interpreting the scientific data. Only then valid, reliable, and comparable data can be achieved, and can be achieved. For this purpose, they suggest the use of sophisticated tools like the multivariate analysis, sample surveys, mathematical methods, etc. Next one is quantification. Sorry. The behavioralists contend that a researcher cannot properly explain political aspect, nor can he safely predict a political result for the future without measurement or quantification. Therefore, quantification is one of the most important features of this behavioralist approach. And next one is values. It is the greatest point of difference between the behavioralists and the traditionalists over the question of value neutrality. While the behavioralists believe in value free study, the traditionalists believe in value laden study. They contend that any value which cannot be tested empirically is an ethical value, and so, according to behavioralist approach, there should be value free study if we want to make our subject science, or we should use scientific methods. Therefore, it should be done. Next one is systematization. Behavioralism believes that research in political science must be systematic, by which they mean that it must be theory oriented and theory directed. That theory and research should form as closely interrelated parts of a coherent and orderly body of knowledge, and that research should be supported by the theory, and theory should be supported by the research. This is called systematization. Next one is pure science. Behavioralists by and large insist on what they call pure science approach. This means that whatever research they make, that should be applied in solving the problems of mankind, and therefore they apply the scientific theory to the social problems, and they also make research in the social problems. And last one is integration. Finally, the behavioralists believe that social and political phenomena cannot be studied in isolation. It is difficult to draw the exact dividing line between main social, economic, political, cultural, and other activities, and they cannot be understood only in the they cannot be understood in the just only we study our subject. They can be understood only in the wider context of the entire social life of the society. That's all for today from my side. Thank you very much.